Today we're going to do possibly the easiest, fastest, most arthritis-friendly New Year's Eve look you could ever imagine. Literally, this takes less than 5 minutes and it's sparkly and it is cute. Happy New Year, everyone. I really hope you enjoy this video. If you do, please make sure to subscribe, thumbs it up, and I will talk to you all later. Let's get into it. I'm going to prime with a concealer. I know. The reason I'm using concealer instead of an eye primer is because I want my lid to be one color, and everyone has natural pigmentation on their lids, veins, this and that, and the concealer will kind of cancel that all out and provide an even toned base. I'm going to use Laura Mercier's setting powder to quickly set that area so that the concealer doesn't crease, because that's really not a good look. This will also help dry out my lashes so that mascara doesn't run or smear. I'm kind of sorry in advance because I will be using shadows that are not really available anymore. And by not really, I mean they are not available, but they are very basic shadow colors. So I'm sure you have something, if not exactly like these, something very similar. We are going to be starting out with Pecan, and we're going to be going into the transition area, which is between the crease and the under eyebrow, below the eyebrow. This just adds a little bit more dimension and helps blend all the colors together a little bit better. This is from the Lorac 3. Every time I say this, I mess it up. The Lorac Mega Pro 3. Boom! I did it! Yes! Yeah! As you can see, I'm holding the brush very close to the end because if you go too close, you're gonna push too hard and it becomes very difficult to blend. I kind of prefer to look down towards a mirror because it is easier for me to get to locate the transition area. We're going in with Walnut. I'm gonna leave my eye open so that this brush will naturally fall into the crease area. And this is such a lovely brush, especially for me, because it just fits gorgeously in there. Did I ever say what brush this was? Sephora Pro 21 Multitasker Concealer. I'm going to go in with a shade from the Chanel Quads. In the pan, these look really gorgeous and they look very shimmery, but they don't have a lot of pigment and they're actually a lot more glittery than they look. And I am using the second, this kind of light, cool toned taupe. I'm going to apply it all over my lid and I'm just using my fingers. Hopefully you guys can see. This does not really change the color of my eyelid, and so now you're probably understanding why I went in with a concealer to kind of color correct my eyelids. This shade would not have covered any of my veins. I'm gonna go in with the star of the show. They do not make this color anymore. That is just my disclaimer for the entire video. They don't make any of these shadow colors anymore. But they do make this formula. They still make these eyeshadows. It is the Chanel. Oh, this is a very Chanel heavy look. I love Chanel. It's one of my, if I could spend all my money on Chanel makeup, I probably would. Even though it is not pigmented, it is not the best, I still love them. I think the colors are great, and for, you know, usually what I do with my makeup, they work very, very nicely. And before I get into anything else, I'm going to wipe off my fingers because we all know that somehow makeup always transfers to my entire face and never just my eyes. Alright, so getting back to this is one of the Illusion d'Ombre eyeshadows. And this one is in Initiation. These were around before glitter toppers were a thing, were a trend. Wondering why I'm holding this like this? This is my biggest pet peeve about this product. But it pops out. This is technically kind of like a cushiony cream kind of eyeshadow, but it dries out insanely fast, even when you close the cap tightly, and it just pops out. It just pops right on out of this container, and it's really irritating. Even though it's dried up, it still works gorgeously. I'm just going to pop it on to my lid, all over the lid, because it is New Year's, and we like glitter on New Year's. But hopefully you can now see the difference from one eye to the other. It is subtle, but it is there, and it's still kind of fun. So we're stuck in a polar vortex right now, and oh my gosh, my lips are so dry. No matter what I do, they are cracking. My hands are cracking, my skin is cracking, my cheeks, look at my cheeks. They're so red. I don't get redness, and I don't know how to get rid of it. For the purpose of this video, because I want this to be more arthritis friendly and easy, I'm not going to use liquid line because that is very fiddly and fussy, and I never not do liquid line. This is just a video completely out of my comfort zone. I'm gonna start by lining my lower waterline with Sephora's 24-hour pencil in Cappuccino. This is just cooler brown with glitter. So you're going to get glitter on the bottom and the top. This is such a light look. I do not want a ton of definition on the bottom because it's just gonna kind of throw off the entire look, especially since I'm using a lighter shade on my lid. It is barely there, but there. No makeup, if you will. I'm going to use Makeup Forever's Matte Black. I think this is M10. Please tell me that I am not the only person who uses eyeliner pencils like until they're non-existent. And I'm just lining the upper waterline while making sure to kind of ruffle this through the base of my upper lashes. I wanted some more shine, just a little bit more shine. This is the Stila Magnificent Meadows eyeshadow. So this was the precursor to their liquid eyeshadow, and this is in Kitten, probably one of their most well-known shades. And this is kind of like weirdly like jelly, and so it doesn't pick up with a brush. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna use my index finger to grab a little product, and this is like straight up glitter. And I'm just going to place it on my inner corner. Once it's down, it's not budging. And I'm literally just placing, oh, that is a lot. When you don't line your eyes like on like the lash line, and just do waterline, you're relying heavily on the shape of your eyes. So, and you know, everyone has different shaped eyes. Nobody has perfect, even eyes. So if you have very differently shaped eyes, this may look very uneven. In which case you just add eyeliner and that's fine. But in the spirit of this being an arthritis-friendly look, I believe strongly that mascara hides a multitude of sins. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use two mascaras because it is New Year's, and let's just pack on the mascara. One in a volumizing formula and one in a lengthening formula. I'm going to start with Benefit's They're Real. A lot of people don't like this mascara because of the wand. It is plastic, and apparently it doesn't apply mascara as well as a brush does. First of all, it does remind me of a medieval torture device, a flail. It was like that spiked ball that was like whipped around on a chain, and it's a little scary because if you're not careful and you poke your eye, it hurts. But I think that it really separates the lashes really nicely and lengthens it. And it doesn't, this formula does not smudge on me and it does not flake. I'm going to use my trusty Makeup Forever Smoky Extravagant. I have no clue where I put my full size tube, so I'm gonna use the sample size that I have. The one I travel with, because this is literally my favorite mascara. So we're gonna finish my face. I've put moisturizer on. I'm going to highlight with Becca's Opal. We're gonna smile. Now I'm gonna take a smaller brush and I'm going to do underneath the eyebrow. What I might do is actually go in to Cava and highlight with that under the brow bone. I am not putting anything on my lips. That is not abnormal for me, but it's New Year's Eve. I'm gonna be drinking. I'm always really embarrassed about lipstick marks on glasses, especially if they're not my own. It kind of creeps me out a little bit. It is really important to set your makeup because you're gonna be staying up late and probably well past 12. I'm gonna use Max Fix Plus setting spray, and I'm going to quickly. This is the finished look. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you thumbs it up so that I know you want to see more content like this. Go ahead and expand that info box for any and all my social media links. While you're down there, why don't you click that subscribe button and turn it gray? If you don't feel like scrolling, you can subscribe by hitting on my face somewhere in this area and watching some of my other videos above that. Alright guys, I will talk to you all soon. Happy New Year.